FreeBooksTube is glad to produce, publish, and offer. Silence, Your Secret Weapon for Success. By Evelyn Kay Wright. Chapter 1, The World on Mute, A Lost Art in a Noisy Age. Imagine a world without the incessant hum of fluorescent lights, the relentless ping of notifications, the constant chatter in the background. This may seem like a utopian fantasy, yet silence was once a natural part of our daily lives. Today, however, embracing quietude feels like a radical act, a rebellion against the relentless assault on our senses. This ever-present noise pollution isn't just a minor annoyance, it's a symptom of a deeper cultural shift. We live in an age obsessed with busyness, connectivity, and information overload. Silence, once considered a sacred space for reflection and rejuvenation, has become an endangered commodity. Everywhere we turn, we are bombarded with a cacophony of sounds. Our commutes are filled with the roar of traffic and the chatter of fellow passengers. At work, open-plan offices eliminate the possibility of quiet concentration. Even in our supposed sanctuaries, our homes, we are never truly alone. The constant stream of news updates, social media alerts, and streaming services ensures a perpetual low hum of background noise. The pervasiveness of noise isn't just a modern phenomenon. Historical accounts speak of the hustle and bustle of ancient cities. However, the nature of noise has changed dramatically. The sounds of pre-industrial life were often more organic, the clatter of hooves on cobblestones, the murmur of conversation, the chirping of birds. Today's noise is characterized by its artificiality, its harshness, and its relentlessness. The constant barrage of digital alerts, ringing phones, and amplified music creates a state of chronic low-grade stress. The impact of this constant stimulation is profound. Studies have shown that noise pollution can have a significant negative effect on our physical and mental health. Exposure to noise can increase blood pressure, heart rate, and cortisol levels, all of which are markers of stress. Chronic noise exposure can also lead to sleep disturbances, headaches, and difficulty concentrating. Our cognitive abilities are particularly vulnerable to the effects of noise. Research suggests that noise can impair our ability to learn, remember information, and make sound decisions. In a noisy environment, it becomes more difficult to filter out distractions and focus on the task at hand. This can lead to increased errors, decreased productivity, and poorer decision-making. The impact of noise goes beyond the individual. Constant noise pollution can erode social cohesion and make it difficult to build meaningful relationships. In noisy environments, people are less likely to engage in face-to-face conversation, leading to feelings of isolation and alienation. Noise can also create a sense of hostility and tension, making it more difficult to resolve conflicts peacefully. The decline of silence is not just a personal or social issue, it has a profound impact on our relationship with the natural world. Many animal species rely on sound for communication, navigation, and predation. The increasing levels of noise pollution disrupt these vital functions, leading to population decline and ecosystem degradation. So how did we get here? How did a world that once valued silence become so enamored with noise? several factors have contributed to this cultural shift. The rise of the Industrial Revolution brought with it an increase in noise levels, as factories and machines became ubiquitous. The invention of new technologies, such as the radio and the telephone, further eroded the ability to find quiet spaces. The 20th century saw an acceleration of this trend. The growth of cities, the rise of mass media, and the constant barrage of advertising all contributed to a culture of noise. More recently, the digital revolution has further intensified the problem. The constant connectivity of smartphones and social media ensures that we are never truly alone with our thoughts. The consequences of this constant noise pollution are far-reaching. We are losing the ability to experience silence, a state that is essential for our well-being and creativity. We are becoming a more stressed, anxious, and distracted society. Our relationships with each other and with the natural world are suffering. But there is hope. A growing body of research is highlighting the importance of silence for our physical and mental health. There is a growing movement of people who are rediscovering the power of quietude and advocating for a quieter world. This book is an invitation to join this movement. In the following chapters, we will explore the many benefits of silence, learn how to cultivate quiet spaces in our daily lives, and discover how embracing stillness can transform our lives and the world around us. Let's embark on this journey together and rediscover the power of silence in a noisy age. Chapter 2: The Symphony Within, Unmasking the Power of Inner Quiet. In the first chapter, we explored the relentless assault on our senses in the modern world. We discovered the pervasiveness of noise, both external and internal, and its detrimental effects on our well-being. Yet, amidst this cacophony lies a potential haven, the sanctuary of inner quiet. This chapter delves into the transformative power of silence, exploring its profound impact on mental clarity, creativity, and emotional regulation. We will embark on a journey to unveil the symphony that resides within us, waiting to be heard when the external noise subsides. Mental clarity, clearing the fog. Imagine a cluttered desk overflowing with papers, pens, and coffee mugs. It's difficult to focus on any one task amidst the visual chaos. Our minds often resemble this cluttered desk when bombarded by constant stimuli. The incessant chatter of notifications, the swirling thoughts, and the worries of the day create a mental fog that obscures our ability to think clearly. Silence, however, acts as a decluttering tool for the mind. When we remove external distractions, our internal chatter begins to settle. It's like stepping into a quiet room after being in a bustling marketplace. The initial silence might feel unfamiliar, even unsettling, but within it lies immense potential. Studies have shown that silence enhances cognitive function. It promotes better focus and concentration, allowing us to delve deeper into complex problems. In silence, we can sift through the mental clutter and identify the most relevant thoughts. It's like turning a dimmer switch on our internal noise, allowing the important details to shine through. Creativity, the fertile ground of silence. Imagine a composer trying to write a symphony in a noisy restaurant. The clanging dishes, the loud conversations, and the blaring music would undoubtedly stifle their creativity. Similarly, the constant influx of external stimuli can impede our creative flow. Silence, however, provides a fertile ground for creativity to flourish. It allows our minds to wander freely, to explore unconventional connections, and to make unexpected associations. In the quiet, we can tap into our subconscious, where ideas simmer beneath the surface. It's the space where daydreams transform into inventions, and where problems find innovative solutions. Think about some of history's most creative minds. From the solitary walks of Ludwig van Beethoven to the silent retreats of Albert Einstein, many have acknowledged the power of silence to spark their creative genius. In the absence of external noise, our inner voice becomes amplified, whispering new ideas and unconventional solutions. Emotional regulation, finding the stillness within. Our emotions, much like the ocean, can be calm or turbulent depending on the external stimuli. The constant barrage of information, the pressures of daily life, and the negativity of the news can stir up an emotional storm within us. In this state, it becomes difficult to regulate our emotions and respond thoughtfully. Silence, however, serves as an anchor in this emotional storm. It provides the space we need to step back and observe our emotions without judgment. Just as a storm eventually subsides, so too can the intensity of our emotions when we allow ourselves to experience them in the quiet. Studies have shown that mindfulness meditation, a practice that cultivates inner quiet, can significantly improve emotional regulation. In silence, we can identify the triggers for our emotions, understand their underlying causes, and develop healthy coping mechanisms. It's like stepping out of the rain and finding shelter, a space to acknowledge our emotions without being overwhelmed by them. Connecting with our intuition, the whispers of the soul. Intuition, that gut feeling that guides us in the right direction, often gets drowned out by the noise of the external world. We become so focused on external validation and societal expectations that we lose touch with our inner voice. Silence, however, allows us to reconnect with our intuition. In the quiet, we can become more attuned to subtle internal cues, those gut feelings and hunches that point us in the right direction. It's like turning up the volume on a faint radio signal, allowing the message to come through clearly. Many successful individuals attribute their accomplishments to following their intuition. They learn to trust the whispers of their soul, the voice that emerges when the external noise is quieted. By embracing silence, we can cultivate a deeper connection with our intuition and make decisions that align with our authentic selves. Embracing the power of silence. Incorporating silence into our lives isn't about retreating from the world entirely. It's about creating pockets of quiet throughout the day to experience the transformative power of inner peace. Here are some ways to cultivate silence in your daily life. Schedule quiet time. Dedicate a specific time each day to silence. This could be during your commute, your lunch break, or before bed. Even 10 minutes of quiet can make a significant difference. Turn off notifications. Our phones are a constant source of external stimuli. Schedule designated times to check emails and social media, and silence notifications in between. Practice mindful activities. Activities like meditation, yoga, and spending time in nature can help cultivate inner quiet. These practices train your mind to focus on the present moment, reducing the mental chatter and promoting a sense of inner peace. Embrace solitude. Spending time alone doesn't have to be lonely. It can be an opportunity to reconnect with yourself and explore your inner world. Schedule some me time each week, even if it's just for an hour, to simply be in your own company. Listen to silence. Don't fill every quiet moment with music or podcasts. Allow yourself to experience the absence of sound. It might feel strange at first, but soon you'll begin to appreciate the subtle sounds of your environment and the quiet symphony within. Minimize multitasking. Juggling multiple tasks at once fragments your attention and hinders your ability to focus. Take things one at a time and dedicate your full presence to the task at hand. This allows you to experience a sense of flow and reduces the mental strain associated with multitasking. By incorporating these practices, you can begin to cultivate inner quiet and unlock its transformative power. Remember, silence is not the absence of sound, it's the presence of a deeper connection with yourself. It's a space where your thoughts can settle, your creativity can flourish, your emotions can find balance, and your intuition can guide you. Embrace the symphony within, and watch as your life unfolds with renewed clarity, purpose, and peace. Chapter 3: The Language of Listening. When words fail, silence speaks volumes. In the previous chapters, we explored the transformative power of silence within ourselves. We discovered how inner quiet fosters mental clarity, ignites creativity, and facilitates emotional regulation. Now, we shift our focus outward, examining the power of silence in communication. This chapter delves into the art of active listening, where silence becomes a potent tool for forging deeper connections and fostering genuine understanding. Beyond words, the art of active listening. Our world is dominated by the act of speaking. We are bombarded with information, opinions, and stories. Yet, the true magic of communication lies not just in expressing ourselves, but also in actively listening to others. Active listening goes beyond simply hearing the words spoken. It's about paying close attention, engaging with the speaker on an emotional level, and creating a safe space for them to express themselves freely. Silence plays a pivotal role in active listening. It's not the absence of sound, but rather a conscious decision to withhold our own thoughts and judgments. It's the space we create for the speaker to be heard, understood, and validated. When we truly listen, silence becomes a powerful language that speaks volumes. The benefits of active listening. Active listening offers a multitude of benefits for both the speaker and the listener. Here are a few key advantages. Deeper understanding. By truly listening, we can delve beyond the surface level of communication and grasp the speaker's emotions, intentions, and underlying message. Silence allows us to absorb the full weight of their words, creating a more nuanced understanding. Increased empathy. When we listen actively, we create a space of empathy. We step out of our own shoes and try to see the world from the speaker's perspective. This fosters compassion and allows us to connect with them on a deeper emotional level. Stronger relationships. Active listening builds trust and strengthens relationships. It shows the speaker that we value their thoughts and feelings. By creating a safe space for them to express themselves openly, we foster a sense of connection and belonging. Improved problem solving. When faced with a conflict, active listening can be a powerful tool. By truly understanding the other person's perspective, we can identify common ground and work towards a collaborative solution. The silence allows us to process their point of view before formulating a response. Enhanced learning. Active listening is essential for effective learning. When we pay close attention to the speaker, we are more likely to retain information and glean new insights. Silence allows the information to sink in, fostering deeper comprehension. The tools of active listening. Active listening is a skill that can be honed and developed. Here are some key tools you can use to become a better listener. Give your full attention. Put away distractions like your phone or computer. Make eye contact with the speaker and show them that you are fully present and engaged. Minimize interruptions. Don't jump in to offer advice or solutions before the speaker has finished expressing themselves. Let them complete their thought and use silence to encourage them to elaborate further. Use nonverbal cues. Nodding, smiling, and maintaining eye contact demonstrate your engagement with the speaker. Ask clarifying questions. Ask open-ended questions that encourage the speaker to elaborate on their thoughts and feelings. This shows your interest and demonstrates that you are truly trying to understand them. Paraphrase and summarize. Briefly restate what you have heard in your own words. This ensures understanding and gives the speaker an opportunity to correct any misunderstandings. Embrace silence. Don't feel pressured to fill every pause with words. Allow for comfortable silences that give the speaker time to gather their thoughts and you time to process what has been said. Silence is empathy in action. Silence is not just the absence of sound, it's a powerful tool for expressing empathy. When someone is going through a difficult time, words can often feel inadequate. Sometimes, the most comforting response is simply to be present, to listen actively, and to offer the solace of silence. Sitting with someone in silence can speak volumes of understanding and support. Overcoming the challenges of active listening. Active listening is a skill that requires practice. There will be times when it's challenging to truly listen, especially when we are stressed, impatient, or have a predetermined agenda. However, by being aware of these challenges and actively working to overcome them, we can become better listeners and reap the benefits of genuine connection. The power of silence in a noisy world. In our fast-paced, information-saturated world, genuine listening can feel like a lost art. We are constantly bombarded with messages, and the pressure to respond quickly can often lead to superficial interactions. However, by embracing the power of silence and cultivating the art of active listening, we can forge deeper connections and foster a more meaningful world. It's a world where we truly hear each other, not just with our ears, but with our hearts. Here are some additional tips for overcoming challenges to active listening. Be aware of your biases. We all have biases that can cloud our judgment and hinder our ability to listen objectively. Take time to reflect on your own biases and challenge them when necessary. Manage your emotions. If you find yourself feeling angry, frustrated, or overwhelmed, take a moment to compose yourself before responding. Remember, silence can be a powerful tool for managing your emotions and allowing the speaker to feel heard. Practice patience. Active listening takes time and patience. Don't get discouraged if you don't see results overnight. Be patient with yourself and the speaker as you both develop this important skill. Recognize the value of silence. Sometimes, silence is the best response. If someone is simply venting or expressing their emotions, it may be more helpful to simply listen and offer a supportive presence rather than trying to offer unsolicited advice. By incorporating these tools and overcoming challenges, we can cultivate a more mindful and empathetic approach to communication. Embracing the power of silence allows us to become not just better speakers, but also more attentive and compassionate listeners. In a world that often feels divided and disconnected, active listening can be a bridge, a way to build understanding, foster connection, and create a more harmonious world. Chapter 4: The Pause That Refreshes. Mastering the Art of the Strategic Silence. In the previous chapters, we explored the transformative power of silence. We delved into the benefits of inner quiet for mental clarity, creativity, and emotional regulation. We also examined the importance of active listening, where silence becomes a tool for understanding, empathy, and building stronger relationships. Now, we shift our focus to the strategic application of silence in various communication scenarios. This chapter explores the art of the strategic silence, a powerful tool that can command attention, shift power dynamics, and navigate challenging conversations. Beyond the obvious, the power of unspoken communication. Communication isn't just about the words we speak. It's also about the nonverbal cues we send, the pauses we take, and the silences we strategically employ. In the realm of professional communication, silence can be a powerful tool, used effectively to control the flow of information, convey authority, and influence outcomes. Negotiations, the power of the pause. Negotiations are a delicate dance where every word carries weight. A well-timed silence can be a strategic tool in the negotiator's arsenal. Here's how silence can be used effectively in negotiations. Conveying authority. A calculated pause after a strong statement allows the weight of your words to settle in. It exudes confidence and gives the other party time to absorb your proposition. Silence allows your words to resonate before the other party dilutes their impact with a counter-argument. Inviting a response, silence after a question can create anticipation and encourage the other party to elaborate. This allows you to gain a deeper understanding of their position and priorities before formulating your response. Let the silence hang in the air, prompting them to fill the void with additional information. Gauging reactions. After making an offer, a strategic silence allows you to observe the other party's nonverbal cues. Their body language, facial expressions, and any nervous fidgeting can provide valuable insights into their true position and their willingness to compromise. Maintaining control. In a heated negotiation, a pause can be a powerful tool to de-escalate the situation. Stepping back and allowing the silence to settle can give everyone a moment to cool down and approach the situation with renewed focus. Presentations, the power of emphasis. Presentations are designed to inform, persuade, and inspire. silence can be a strategic tool for emphasizing key points and leaving a lasting impression on your audience. Here's how to leverage silence in presentations. Highlighting important points. After delivering a critical piece of information, a pause allows it to sink in. The silence emphasizes the importance of the point and gives your audience time to process and retain the information. Building anticipation. A well-timed pause before revealing a key statistic or impactful story can create suspense and heighten the audience's engagement. Let the silence build anticipation, making the reveal even more impactful. Inviting questions. A pause after completing your presentation can create space for questions. This demonstrates your confidence in your material and willingness to engage in a dialogue with your audience. Adding gravitas. A thoughtful silence at the end of your presentation allows the audience to reflect on your message. It adds a layer of gravitas and leaves a lasting impression. Difficult conversations. The power of empathy. Difficult conversations are inevitable in both professional and personal settings. Strategic silence can be a powerful tool for navigating these conversations with empathy and respect. Here's how silence can be used effectively in difficult conversations. Allowing space for emotions. After the other person expresses their frustration, anger, or sadness, a pause allows them to process their emotions. The silence acknowledges their feelings and demonstrates your willingness to listen without judgment. Encouraging reflection. In a heated conversation, silence can give everyone a moment to cool down and reflect on their words. This allows for a more productive and respectful exchange of ideas. Conveying empathy. Sometimes, words fail to express the depth of our empathy. A silent gesture like a pat on the shoulder or a concerned look can convey volumes and offer comfort in difficult times. The art of the pause. Mastering the language of silence. Using silence strategically requires practice and mindfulness. Here are some tips to master the art of the strategic silence. Be comfortable with silence. Don't feel pressured to fill every pause with words. Embrace the silence and use it to your advantage. Read the room. Pay attention to the other person's nonverbal cues. A long silence might feel awkward in some situations, while a shorter pause might be sufficient in others. Confidence is key. When using silence strategically, project confidence through your body language and overall demeanor. Practice makes perfect. Like any skill, mastering the strategic silence takes practice. Role-play difficult conversations and presentations to hone your ability to use silence effectively. The nuances of silence. It's important to note that silence is not a one-size-fits-all solution. Using silence inappropriately can backfire, leading to confusion or appearing dismissive. Here are some situations where silence might not be the best strategy. When clarification is needed, if your message is unclear or open to misinterpretation, silence can exacerbate the confusion. In such situations, it's crucial to provide additional context or clarification. When building rapport, in initial meetings or when building rapport, extended silences can create an awkward atmosphere. Aim for a balance of confident pauses and engaging conversation. When responding to questions, a long silence after a question can make you appear unprepared or uninterested. If you need time to formulate a thoughtful response, acknowledge the question and let the person know you'll respond shortly. The Symphony of Communication, Mastering the Art of Silence. Silence is a powerful tool in the communicator's toolbox. When used strategically, it can command attention, shift power dynamics, and navigate challenging conversations with grace and empathy. By embracing the power of silence and mastering the art of the strategic pause, we can elevate the symphony of communication, fostering deeper understanding, more meaningful connections, and a more peaceful world. Chapter 5: Silence in the Wilderness, Nature's Soundtrack to Self-Discovery. In the previous chapters, we delved into the transformative power of silence. We explored how inner quiet fosters mental clarity, ignites creativity, and facilitates emotional regulation. We also examined the strategic use of silence in communication, where it becomes a tool for deeper understanding and stronger relationships. Now, we venture beyond the confines of human-made environments and explore the profound impact of silence in nature. This chapter delves into the restorative power of spending time in quiet natural settings, highlighting its potential to promote mindfulness, reduce stress, and foster a deeper connection with the world around us. A world of noise, the yearning for quiet. Our modern lives are a constant assault on the senses. The incessant hum of traffic, the barrage of notifications, and the ever-present stream of digital information create a state of chronic noise pollution. This constant barrage can leave us feeling drained, stressed, and disconnected from ourselves and the natural world. Amidst this cacophony, the yearning for quiet grows stronger. We crave a sanctuary, a space where the external noise subsides, and we can reconnect with the symphony of nature. It is in the quietude of wilderness that we rediscover the power of silence and unlock its potential for self-discovery. The restorative power of nature's silence. Spending time in quiet natural environments offers a multitude of benefits for our physical and mental well-being. Here's how the silence of nature works its magic. Mindfulness and stress reduction. The absence of external distractions allows our minds to settle and become more present in the moment. Immersing ourselves in the sights and sounds of nature promotes a state of mindfulness, a practice known to reduce stress and anxiety. The gentle rustle of leaves, the calming sound of a babbling brook, and the vastness of a starlit sky, these elements naturally draw us into the present moment, allowing our worries to melt away. Enhanced focus and creativity. The quietude of nature provides a fertile ground for focused thought and creative exploration. Away from the distractions of the digital world, our minds can wander freely, making unexpected connections and generating new ideas. The simplicity and beauty of nature can spark inspiration, allowing us to see the world in a fresh light. Improved emotional regulation. The restorative power of nature extends to our emotional well-being. Studies have shown that spending time in quiet natural environments can help regulate our emotions and improve our mood. The silence allows us to process our emotions objectively, fostering a sense of calm and clarity. Deepening connection with the world. In the quietude of nature, we can shed the distractions of our daily lives and reconnect with the natural world. We become more attuned to the subtle sounds of the environment, the chirping of birds, the buzzing of insects, the the gentle breeze rustling through the trees. This reconnection fosters a sense of belonging and reminds us of our place within the larger ecosystem. Embracing the symphony of nature. Nature's silence is not an absence of sound, but rather a symphony of subtle beauty. It's the gentle rustle of leaves, the calming sound of a babbling brook, the rhythmic crash of waves against the shore, and the chorus of birdsong at dawn. These sounds, often drowned out by the noise of our daily lives, become a source of solace and inspiration when we truly listen. Here are some tips for maximizing the restorative power of silence in nature. Find your sanctuary, whether it's a local park, a hiking trail, or a secluded beach. Find a natural environment that resonates with you. Minimize distractions. Leave your phone behind or turn it on silent. Disconnect from the digital world and allow yourself to fully immerse in the present moment. Engage your senses. Pay attention to the sights, sounds, smells, and textures of the natural world around you. Notice the intricate details of a flower, the warmth of the sun on your skin, or the coolness of a gentle breeze. Practice mindfulness. Take slow, deep breaths and focus on the present moment. Allow your thoughts to come and go without judgment. Embrace the silence. Don't feel pressured to fill every quiet moment with conversation or activity. Allow yourself to simply be present and appreciate the peace and tranquility of nature's silence. The journey within, a return to the source. The quietude of nature offers a unique opportunity for self-discovery. Away from the noise and distractions of our daily lives, we can embark on a journey inwards, exploring our thoughts, feelings, and values. The silence becomes a mirror, reflecting back our inner world and prompting us to ask ourselves important questions. Who are we, at our core, beneath the layers of societal expectations and external pressures? What truly matters to us in life? What are our deepest desires and fears? In the quietude of nature, we can begin to find answers to these profound questions. A call to action, reconnecting with the world. The transformative power of silence in nature is a gift waiting to be embraced. By making a conscious effort to spend time in quiet natural environments, we can reap the many benefits it offers: reduced stress, enhanced creativity, a deeper connection with the world, and a renewed sense of self. It's a call to action, a call to reconnect with the natural world, to rediscover the power of silence, and to embark on a journey of self-discovery that enriches our lives and fosters a more harmonious relationship with the planet we call home. A world transformed, the ripple effect of inner quiet. The world we live in is a reflection of our inner world. As we cultivate inner quiet through practices like mindfulness and meditation, and embrace the restorative power of silence in nature, a ripple effect takes place. The calmness and clarity we cultivate within ourselves begins to extend outwards, impacting our interactions with others and the environment. A world that embraces silence becomes a more mindful, compassionate, and sustainable world. It's a world where we listen not just with our ears, but with our hearts. Let us begin this transformation, one mindful moment, one silent pause, and one step into the quietude of nature at a time. Chapter 6: The Unspoken Dialogue, Cultivating Silence in a World of Words. In the previous chapters, we explored the transformative power of silence across various aspects of life. We delved into its benefits for mental clarity, creativity, emotional regulation, and self-discovery. We also examined the strategic use of silence in communication and the restorative power of quietude in nature. Now, we shift our focus to the intimate realm of relationships. This chapter explores the role of silence in fostering healthy connections, examining how comfortable silences can create intimacy, trust, and a deeper understanding between partners. Beyond words, the language of comfortable silence. In our fast-paced, information-saturated world, relationships can often feel like a constant exchange of words. We text, chat, email, and share updates on social media, leaving little room for silence. However, the absence of words doesn't equate to a lack of connection. In fact, comfortable silences can be a powerful tool for strengthening relationships and fostering intimacy. The power of presence. Comfortable silences are not awkward gaps in conversation. They are shared moments of presence, where communication transcends words and exists in the unspoken space between partners. In these silences, we simply exist together, enjoying each other's company without the pressure to fill the void with chatter. This sense of comfortable presence allows us to connect on a deeper level, feeling safe and secure in each other's company. Building trust through shared silence. Words can be powerful, but actions and unspoken understanding speak volumes in relationships. Comfortable silences allow trust to flourish. When we can be comfortable simply being with our partner, without the need for constant conversation, it signifies a sense of security and acceptance. It implies a trust that we don't need to fill every moment with words to feel connected. Deepening understanding through nonverbal communication. Silence allows nonverbal communication to take center stage. In the quiet moments, we can pay attention to our partner's body language, facial expressions, and subtle cues that spoken words might overshadow. A gentle touch, a knowing smile, or a shared look can convey a depth of understanding and connection that words alone might struggle to express. The art of listening with silence. Comfortable silence is not simply the absence of our own words. It's also about actively listening to our partner, not just with our ears, but with our entire being. Silence allows us to fully absorb their words and emotions, creating a space for genuine connection and understanding. It demonstrates that we value their thoughts and feelings, and that we are present and engaged in the conversation, even when we aren't speaking. Finding balance, words and silence in harmony. While comfortable silence is a valuable asset in relationships, it's important to strike a balance between silence and meaningful conversation. Communication is essential for fostering a healthy relationship. Here's how to ensure both silence and words play their part. Quality conversations. Make time for meaningful conversations with your partner. Discuss important topics, share your thoughts and feelings, and actively listen to theirs. Embrace the flow, allow the conversation to flow naturally. Don't feel pressured to fill every pause with words. Comfortable silences can arise organically and shouldn't be seen as awkward gaps. Respect boundaries. Not everyone is comfortable with silence. Pay attention to your partner's cues and adjust your communication style accordingly. Read body language. Notice your partner's nonverbal cues. If they seem withdrawn or distant during a silence, it might be a sign they have something they want to express. Cultivating comfortable silence. Comfortable silence isn't something that happens overnight. It's a practice that requires intention and awareness. Here are some tips for cultivating comfortable silence in your relationship. Be present in the moment. Put away distractions like phones and focus on your partner. Give them your full attention, both verbally and non-verbally. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness exercises can help you become more present and comfortable with silence. Schedule quiet time. Dedicate some time each day, even if it's just a few minutes, to simply be together in comfortable silence. Enjoy shared activities. Engage in activities that don't require constant conversation, like reading side by side, taking a walk in nature, or enjoying a meal together. Embrace the quiet moments. Don't shy away from silence. See it as an opportunity to connect with your partner on a deeper level. The symphony of silence and words. A healthy relationship is a beautiful symphony, with both silence and words playing their part. Words allow us to express our thoughts and feelings, while silence creates space for deeper understanding and connection. By embracing the power of comfortable silence, we can cultivate stronger, more meaningful relationships built on trust, intimacy, and a shared sense of peace. The gift of unspoken understanding. Comfortable silence is a gift, a testament to the deep bond and unspoken understanding that can blossom between partners. It's a space where anxieties melt away, replaced by a sense of belonging and acceptance. In these quiet moments, worries about needing to fill the void or prove your worth dissolve. You simply exist together, comfortable in the knowledge that you are understood and loved, even without words. Beyond romantic relationships, the power of silence in all connections. The power of comfortable silence extends beyond romantic relationships. It can enhance all our connections, from friendships to family bonds. Sharing comfortable silences with friends allows us to simply be ourselves in their presence, without judgment or pressure to perform. It fosters a sense of camaraderie and a deep understanding that transcends words. A world of less noise, more connection. In a world obsessed with constant communication, embracing comfortable silence can be a revolutionary act. It's a call to slow down, to truly listen, and to appreciate the power of unspoken connection. As we cultivate silence within ourselves and in our relationships, we create a ripple effect that extends outwards, fostering a more mindful and compassionate world. Let us celebrate the language of silence, a language that speaks volumes when words fall short. Chapter 7: The Mindful Moment, the Practice of Embracing Stillness. In the preceding chapters, we embarked on a journey exploring the transformative power of silence. We delved into its benefits for mental clarity, creativity, emotional regulation, and self-discovery. We examined its strategic use in communication, its restorative power in nature, and its role in fostering healthy relationships. Now, we transition from exploration to application. This chapter delves into practical techniques for cultivating silence in daily life. we'll explore meditation practices, mindfulness exercises, and strategies for creating dedicated quiet spaces, all designed to help you reconnect with yourself and experience the profound benefits of stillness. The challenge of cultivating silence in a noisy world. In our fast-paced, technology-driven world, embracing silence can feel like a challenge. We are constantly bombarded with external stimuli, notifications, emails, social media updates, and the relentless hum of daily life. This constant noise leaves us feeling stressed, overwhelmed, and disconnected from ourselves. However, by incorporating intentional practices into our daily routines, we can cultivate pockets of silence and reap the rewards of mindful stillness. Meditation, a path to inner quiet. Meditation is a powerful tool for cultivating silence and inner peace. It's the practice of training our attention to focus on the present moment without judgment. There are many different meditation techniques, but most involve focusing on the breath, a mantra, a repeated word or phrase, or a physical sensation. Here are some benefits of meditation for cultivating silence. Reduced stress and anxiety. Meditation helps us become more aware of our thoughts and emotions without getting caught up in them. This allows us to let go of worries and anxieties, promoting a sense of calm and inner peace. Improved focus and concentration. Meditation trains the mind to focus on the present moment, reducing mind wandering and enhancing our ability to concentrate. Greater self-awareness. By quieting the external noise, meditation allows us to connect with our inner selves. We become more aware of our thoughts, feelings, and patterns of behavior. Mindfulness, bringing awareness to everyday moments. Mindfulness is the practice of paying attention to the present moment in a non-judgmental way. It's about bringing awareness to our thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations without getting caught up in them. While meditation is a dedicated practice, mindfulness can be incorporated into any activity throughout the day. Here are some ways to cultivate mindfulness in daily life. Mindful breathing. Take a few slow, deep breaths throughout the day. Focus on the sensation of your breath entering and leaving your body. Mindful eating. When eating, slow down and savor each bite. Notice the taste, texture, and aroma of your food. Mindful walking. As you walk, pay attention to the sensations in your body, the feel of your feet on the ground, the movement of your limbs, the rhythm of your breath. Mindful listening. When someone is speaking to you, give them your full attention. Focus on their words and try to understand their perspective. Creating a quiet space, your sanctuary of stillness. In a world overflowing with noise, designating a quiet space within your home can be a game changer. This dedicated haven becomes your sanctuary for stillness and mindful practices. Here are some tips for creating a quiet space. Choose a dedicated location. Find a secluded corner of your home, free from distractions like televisions or computers. Minimize clutter. A cluttered space can feel chaotic and impede your ability to relax. Keep your quiet space clean and organized. Comfort is key. Make sure your quiet space is comfortable. Invest in a comfy chair or cushion, and consider using calming scents like lavender or chamomile. Technology detox. leave your phone and other electronic devices outside your quiet space. Personalize your sanctuary. Decorate your space with objects that evoke a sense of peace and tranquility. Building a practice of stillness. Consistency is key. Cultivating silence is a journey, not a destination. Like any skill, it requires consistent practice. Here are some tips for building a sustainable practice of embracing stillness. Start small. Begin with short periods of silence and gradually increase the duration as you become more comfortable. Find a time that works for you, whether it's first thing in the morning or before bed. Dedicate a specific time each day to your quiet practice. Be patient. Don't get discouraged if you find it difficult to quiet your mind at first. With practice, it will become easier. Explore different techniques. Experiment with different meditation and mindfulness practices to find what works best for you. Find a community. Joining a meditation group or online forum can provide support and encouragement on your journey to cultivating silence. The Symphony of Silence, a world transformed. By incorporating these practices, meditation, mindfulness, and creating a dedicated quiet space, we can cultivate silence within ourselves and create a symphony of stillness in our lives. The benefits extend far beyond the individual. As we cultivate inner peace and become more mindful, we radiate a sense of calm and serenity that can positively impact those around us. Imagine a world where silence is not an absence of sound, but a harmonious blend of mindful moments woven into the fabric of our daily lives. In this world, we approach our tasks with renewed focus and clarity. Our conversations are filled with genuine listening and a deeper understanding of one another. We connect with nature on a profound level, appreciating the subtle sounds and the restorative power of quietude. This is a world where we are present in each moment, savoring the simple joys of life and fostering a sense of peace within ourselves and in our relationships. The journey continues, a lifelong exploration. The exploration of silence is a lifelong journey. As we delve deeper into its practice, we discover new layers of its transformative power. It becomes a source of strength, creativity, and resilience. It allows us to connect with our inner wisdom and navigate the challenges of life with greater clarity and equanimity. Silence is not just the absence of noise, it's a potent language waiting to be spoken. Embrace the stillness, listen to the whispers of your soul, and embark on a journey of self-discovery and connection that will enrich your life and the world around you. Chapter 8: The Power of Reflection, When the Still Waters Run Deep. Throughout this exploration of silence, we've delved into its multifaceted benefits. We've discovered its power to enhance mental clarity, foster creativity, promote emotional regulation, and cultivate deeper connections with ourselves and the world around us. Now, we shift our focus to the transformative power of reflection facilitated by silence. This chapter explores the importance of introspection in a world that often prioritizes constant action. We'll examine how quiet contemplation allows us to learn from experiences, make informed decisions, and chart a course for a more fulfilling life. The constant current, a world in motion. In our fast-paced world, we are constantly bombarded with stimuli, rushing from one task to another, filling every spare moment with activity. this constant motion leaves little room for introspection. We become like ships on a relentless current, unable to pause and take stock of our journey. However, true progress often requires stepping off the treadmill and embracing the stillness. It's in the quiet moments of reflection that we gain the clarity and perspective necessary to navigate life's currents with purpose. The still waters of reflection. Reflection is the act of thoughtfully considering past experiences, present circumstances, and future goals. It's the process of turning inward, examining our thoughts, feelings, and motivations. Silence creates the perfect environment for this inward exploration. Here's why silence is crucial for fostering reflection. Reduce distractions. The absence of external noise allows our minds to settle and focus on the internal landscape. We can delve deeper into our thoughts and feelings without getting pulled away by the constant buzz of the external world. Enhanced self-awareness. In the quietude of reflection, we can become more attuned to our inner selves. We can identify our strengths and weaknesses, uncover limiting beliefs, and gain a deeper understanding of what truly motivates us. Clarity and perspective. Silence allows us to step back from the daily grind and view our lives from a wider perspective. We can analyze situations objectively, identify patterns, and gain insights that might escape us in the midst of constant activity. Learning from the journey, the lessons of reflection. Reflection isn't just about self-examination. It's about learning from our experiences. As we delve into past events, both successes and failures, we can glean valuable lessons. Here's how reflection helps us learn from our experiences. Identifying patterns. By reflecting on past experiences, we can identify patterns in our behavior, reactions, and decision-making processes. This self-awareness allows us to learn from past mistakes and make better choices in the future. Unpacking emotions. Reflection provides a safe space to explore and understand our emotions surrounding past events. This emotional processing allows us to let go of negativity and move forward with clarity. Celebrating achievements. Reflecting on past successes allows us to acknowledge our accomplishments and build self-confidence. This sense of accomplishment can fuel our motivation and inspire us to set new goals. Making informed decisions. Charting your course. Reflection is an essential tool for making informed decisions. In the quietude of stillness, we can truly weigh our options, consider the potential consequences, and align our choices with our values and goals. Here's how reflection aids in decision-making. Clarity of purpose. Reflection helps us reconnect with our core values and life goals. This clarity allows us to make decisions that align with our true desires and long-term aspirations. Assessing risks and opportunities. Silence allows us to weigh the potential benefits and drawbacks of different options objectively. This thoughtful analysis empowers us to make informed decisions that lead to positive outcomes. Understanding our motivations. By reflecting on our thoughts and feelings, we can uncover the underlying motivations behind our desires. This self-awareness allows us to avoid making impulsive decisions based on emotions rather than reason. Setting meaningful goals. Charting the path forward. Reflection is instrumental in setting meaningful goals. It allows us to identify what truly matters in life and define what success looks like on our own terms. Here's how reflection facilitates goal setting. Identifying desires. Quiet contemplation allows us to connect with our deepest desires and aspirations. This clarity guides us in setting goals that bring us closer to fulfilling those desires. Defining success. Reflection helps us redefine what success means to us beyond external validation. This allows us to set goals that bring us personal satisfaction and fulfillment. Creating action plans. In the stillness, we can create realistic action plans that break down our goals into manageable steps. This clear roadmap provides direction and motivation on our journey towards achieving our aspirations. The art of reflection. Cultivating a practice of stillness. Reflection is not a passive activity, it requires intention and practice. Here are some tips for cultivating a practice of reflection in your daily life. Schedule dedicated time. Set aside some time each day, even if it's just 15 minutes, for quiet contemplation. This dedicated time allows you to focus on reflection without distractions. Journaling. Writing your thoughts and feelings in a journal can be a powerful tool for reflection. Journaling allows you to process your experiences, identify patterns, and gain clarity on your thoughts. Nature walks. Spending time in nature can be a calming and inspiring space for reflection. The quietude of nature allows your mind to wander freely and fosters a sense of perspective. Mindfulness practices. Meditation and mindfulness exercises can help you quiet your mind and create space for introspection. By focusing on the present moment, you can become more aware of your thoughts and feelings. Reviewing the day. Before bed, take a few minutes to reflect on your day. Consider what went well, what you could have done differently, and what lessons you learned. The symphony of stillness, a life transformed. By incorporating reflection into your daily routine, you'll cultivate a practice of stillness that has the power to transform your life. As you learn from your experiences, make informed decisions, and set meaningful goals, you'll gain a sense of direction and purpose. You'll become more mindful of your choices, aligning your actions with your values and aspirations. This newfound clarity will empower you to navigate life's challenges with greater resilience and create a life filled with meaning and fulfillment. A call to embrace the quiet. In a world obsessed with constant activity, silence and reflection can feel counterintuitive. Yet, it's in the quietude that we find the space to truly know ourselves, learn from our experiences, and chart a course for a fulfilling life. Embrace the stillness, cultivate the practice of reflection, and discover the transformative power of silence within yourself and the world around you. The final note, a world awakened. As we cultivate silence and reflection within ourselves, a ripple effect takes place. We become more mindful, compassionate, and purposeful individuals. This transformation extends outwards, fostering a more peaceful and sustainable world. Imagine a world where reflection, facilitated by silence, becomes a cornerstone of decision-making, not just on a personal level, but also within communities and organizations. In this world, actions are guided by thoughtful consideration, leading to a future built on collaboration, understanding, and a deep respect for our shared humanity. This concludes our exploration of the transformative power of silence. May the journey of stillness continue, enriching your life and illuminating the path towards a more fulfilling future. Chapter 9: The Quiet Revolution: How Silence Can Change the World. Throughout this journey, we've explored the multifaceted power of silence, its ability to enhance clarity, foster creativity, promote emotional regulation, and cultivate deeper connections. We've delved into the strategic use of silence in communication, its restorative power in nature, and its role in fostering healthy relationships. Now, we venture beyond the individual and explore the transformative potential of silence on a societal level. This chapter examines the role of silence in social justice movements, activism, and spiritual practices, highlighting its power as a tool for protest, contemplation, and positive change. Beyond words, the power of silent protest. Social movements often rely on loud voices and visible demonstrations to raise awareness and advocate for change. However, silence can also be a powerful tool in the activist's arsenal. Silent protests disrupt the status quo, forcing people to confront uncomfortable truths and demanding attention in a way that transcends spoken words. Here's how silence can be used effectively in social justice movements. Amplifying a message: a silent protest can draw even more attention than a vocal one. The absence of chanting or slogans compels onlookers to ask questions and seek understanding of the cause. Conveying solemnity: silence can be a powerful way to express grief, solidarity with victims, and the gravity of a situation. It allows the weight of the issue to speak for itself, evoking empathy and a sense of shared responsibility. Shifting the power dynamic: a silent protest can be a way to reclaim the narrative and take control of the message. By refusing to engage in the usual discourse, activists challenge the dominant power structure and force them to acknowledge the issues at hand. Examples of powerful silent protests. History is filled with examples of silent protests that have sparked change. The mothers of the Plaza de Mayo in Argentina silently marched week after week, demanding information about their children who disappeared during the Dirty War. The Tiananmen Square protests in China saw students stand silently in front of tanks, a powerful image of defiance that resonated across the globe. These examples illustrate how silence can be a potent tool for amplifying a message and demanding justice. The contemplative path: silence in spiritual practices. Many spiritual traditions around the world incorporate silence as a cornerstone of their practices. In the quietude, individuals seek a deeper connection with the divine, their inner selves, and the universe. Silence becomes a gateway to a deeper understanding of reality and a path towards spiritual growth. Here's how silence is used in various spiritual practices. Meditation. Meditation is a practice of quieting the mind and focusing attention on the present moment. In the stillness, practitioners seek to transcend thoughts and connect with a deeper level of awareness. Prayer. Silence often accompanies prayer, allowing individuals to express their deepest emotions and connect with a higher power in a more personal way. Retreats. Many spiritual traditions offer retreats where participants engage in periods of silence, disconnecting from external distractions and fostering introspection. The power of inner peace. a ripple effect of change. The impact of silence in spiritual practices extends beyond the individual. As individuals cultivate inner peace and stillness, they radiate a sense of calmness and compassion that can positively influence the world around them. Here's how the cultivation of inner peace through silence can contribute to societal change. Promoting empathy and compassion. By quieting our own minds, we become more open to hearing the perspectives of others and fostering empathy. This can lead to greater social harmony and a more peaceful world. Inspiring social change. Spiritual practices that cultivate inner peace can inspire individuals to become agents of positive change in their communities. They may work for social justice, environmental protection, or other causes that promote the well-being of all. Building a more mindful world. As individuals embrace silence and cultivate mindfulness, they become more aware of their thoughts, words, and actions. This heightened awareness can lead to a more conscious approach to living, one that fosters sustainability and respect for all beings. The Symphony of Silence, a call to collective action. Silence, when used strategically, can be a powerful tool for positive change. Social justice movements can leverage its power to raise awareness and demand action. Spiritual practices can utilize silence as a path to inner peace, ultimately contributing to a more compassionate and mindful world. Here's a call to action. Incorporate silence into your activism. Consider incorporating moments of silence into your protests or campaigns. This can amplify your message and create a lasting impact. Embrace mindful action. Combine your activism with practices like meditation or mindfulness. This will allow you to approach your work with greater clarity, focus, and compassion. Advocate for quiet spaces. Support initiatives that create dedicated quiet spaces in your community, such as libraries with silent reading areas or parks with designated meditation zones. These havens of stillness can benefit everyone, fostering a sense of peace and well-being that ripples outwards into the world. Beyond words, a world transformed. Imagine a world where silence is not merely the absence of noise, but a powerful force for positive change. Imagine social justice movements utilizing silent protests to spark meaningful conversations and inspire action. Imagine a world where individuals from all walks of life embrace spiritual practices that cultivate inner peace, leading to a more compassionate and mindful society. In this transformed world, silence becomes a bridge that connects us to our inner selves, to each other, and to the world around us. It fosters a sense of shared humanity, reminding us that despite our differences, we are all interconnected. This world may seem like a distant utopia, but it starts with each individual's commitment to embracing silence. By incorporating stillness into our daily lives, advocating for quiet spaces, and leveraging its power for positive change, we can collectively create a world that is more peaceful, just, and mindful. The final note, a legacy of stillness. Silence is not a void, it's a potent force waiting to be harnessed. In this book, we've explored its multifaceted nature, uncovering its ability to enhance our lives on a personal and societal level. May the lessons learned within these pages inspire you to embrace the power of silence and embark on a transformative journey of self-discovery and positive change. Remember, the quietest whisper can have the loudest impact. Let us all become agents of stillness, creating a symphony of silence that resonates with peace, understanding, and a collective desire for a brighter future. Chapter 10: The Symphony of Silence, a Life Lived in Harmony. Throughout this exploration, we've delved into the transformative power of silence. We've discovered its multifaceted benefits, from enhancing mental clarity and fostering creativity to promoting emotional regulation and cultivating deeper connections. We've examined the strategic use of silence in communication, its restorative power in nature, and its role in fostering healthy relationships. We've even explored its potential as a tool for social justice and spiritual growth. Now, as we reach the final note of this symphony of silence, let's envision a life enriched by its calming presence. A world of noise, the challenge of integration. We live in a world saturated with sound, notifications pinging on our phones, the constant hum of information overload, and the relentless pace of daily activities. Integrating silence into this cacophony can seem daunting. However, embracing stillness doesn't require complete withdrawal from the world. It's about incorporating mindful pauses and dedicated quiet moments into the fabric of our lives. Here's a vision for a life woven with the threads of silence. The morning ritual: begin your day with a quiet moment. Perhaps it's a few minutes of meditation, gentle stretching with focused breathing, or simply sipping a cup of tea in mindful silence. This quiet start sets the tone for a day filled with focus and presence. The power of breaks: throughout the day, schedule short breaks for stillness. Step away from your computer screen, silence your phone, and take a few deep breaths. Use these mini retreats to reconnect with yourself and recharge for the tasks ahead. The art of listening: cultivate the art of mindful listening in your conversations. Instead of rushing to fill silences, truly listen to what others have to say with your full attention. Allow space for reflection and deeper understanding. Embracing nature's quiet: seek out quiet spaces in nature. Take a walk on a silent forest path, sit by a babbling brook, or simply lie in your backyard, listening to the subtle sounds of the natural world. These moments of quietude can be incredibly restorative. The power of no: learn to say no to activities that leave you drained and depleted. Prioritize your need for quiet and carve out dedicated time for stillness and self-care. The Symphony of Silence, a Life Transformed. By integrating these practices, we create a symphony of silence within our lives. Each quiet moment becomes a note, building a harmonious melody that enriches our existence. Here's a glimpse into the transformative potential this holds. Enhanced creativity: when we quiet the mental chatter, we create space for inspiration and creative ideas to emerge. Silence allows us to tap into our unconscious mind, fostering innovation and problem-solving. Improved well-being: by embracing silence, we reduce stress and anxiety, allowing our minds and bodies to rest and rejuvenate. This leads to increased well-being and a sense of inner peace. Deeper relationships: when we cultivate silence in our interactions, we create space for genuine connection. We become more attentive listeners and communicate more effectively, fostering stronger and more meaningful relationships. A more mindful world: As individuals embrace silence, the ripple effect extends outwards. A world that values stillness becomes a world that promotes mindfulness, compassion, and a more conscious way of living. A call to action: cultivating a culture of silence. The vision of a life lived in harmony with silence requires more than individual action. It's a call to cultivate a culture of silence within our families, communities, and workplaces. Here are some ways we can contribute. Advocate for quiet spaces. Support initiatives that create designated quiet spaces in public libraries, workplaces, or even airports. These sanctuaries of stillness can be a refuge for everyone. Lead by example. Model the benefits of silence. Let others see how incorporating quiet moments into your day enhances your well-being and productivity. Encourage others to explore the power of stillness. Tech-free zones. Designate tech-free zones within your home, encouraging family members to disconnect and engage in quiet activities like reading or board games. The art of conversation. Rekindle the art of conversation that allows for comfortable silences. Resist the urge to fill every pause with chatter and appreciate the power of unspoken understanding. A legacy of stillness. The quiet revolution. The journey towards a life lived in harmony with silence is not a destination, but an ongoing revolution. It's about reclaiming our right to stillness in a world obsessed with constant noise. It's about rediscovering the transformative power of silence within ourselves and in the world around us. As we embrace the quiet moments, we cultivate a legacy of peace, mindfulness, and a deeper connection to ourselves and the world. This legacy extends beyond our individual lives, rippling outwards to create a more harmonious and sustainable future for generations to come. The final note: a world whispering hope. Imagine a world where the symphony of silence plays not just within individuals, but resonates throughout society. Imagine classrooms where students find moments of quiet reflection to enhance learning. Imagine workplaces where dedicated quiet spaces nurture focus and creativity. Imagine a world where families gather around the dinner table, not just to eat, but to connect in the comfortable silence of shared presence. This world may seem like a distant dream, but it begins with a single note: the quiet choice to embrace stillness. Let this book be the invitation you need to embark on your personal journey of embracing silence. May the lessons learned within these pages guide you as you cultivate a life enriched by quiet moments and the profound power they hold. Remember, silence is not the absence of sound, it's a potent language waiting to be spoken. As you delve deeper into the world of stillness, listen closely. You might hear the whispers of your own inner wisdom, the gentle murmur of nature's symphony, and the collective sigh of a world yearning for peace. Embrace the silence, let it speak to you, and join the quiet revolution that is transforming lives and building a brighter future, one note of stillness at a time. Copyright 2024 by FreeBooksTube. Thank you for listening. Please consider to subscribe, like, and share to help the channel grow new videos on a daily basis.